and I've met most of you, not all of you, but I'm helping Dr. Mendoza with the clinical exercise physiology, some of the alternate assignments. And so I just wanted to introduce you to this first assignment, and then I'll upload subsequent videos to introduce you to the next two assignments. So this first assignment you can find under alternate community fitness assessments on Blackboard under course materials. And the first thing you want to see is, so here's the instructions, and you can download those. Those are a Word document. We'll look at those in a minute. And then the other thing that you want to notice is this is the link that you'll hit to upload your document, and it says this is due Friday, April 6th before 11:59 p.m. So make sure that you upload your document before that time because late documents won't be accepted. So the next thing you want to look at is the actual assignment itself. And so this is the actual assignment itself. And the first thing I asked you to do is go to a website, and the Students for Best Evidence. And so I'll introduce that website right now. Here's the website. And so once you go to this website, I want you to go under categories. And under categories, if you scroll down, I want you to look for, so acting on the evidence here, implementing evidence-based medicine. And so the first thing I want you to look at is you'll scroll down here and you'll look at confirmation bias. And so this is a website full of blogs, and these have been written by students, and they're very interesting. And so the first thing that I want you to read is this confirmation bias. Is exactly what you think it is. And I think this is pretty clever because confirmation bias is looking at the world and choosing information that's consistent with what you think that you already know. And so in this alternate assignment, we're going to be developing a community health program. And so when we're developing that program, we have to think, are we looking at components that are we using our confirmation bias to look at components that we think are important, or are we really looking at evidence to suggest what components are the most important? And so I want you to think about what confirmation bias is. So if you go back to this this page, and in your own words, tell me what confirmation bias is and give me an example. And then the next part that I want you to think about is define what a fall prevention program is, because that's what we're going to be helping with. We've been asked by one of the local senior centers, so they're so busy out in the field doing their or implementing their fall prevention programs that they don't have time to look at what is a good fall prevention program. So they don't have time to look at to update their fall prevention program and how to best serve their clients or their participants in their prevention program. And so we're lucky in that you guys are going to help them to be able to design and change their current fall prevention program to better serve their clientele. And so, but first thing I want you to do is think about what's a fall prevention program, what population you think that it would serve, because this is important, because if you think about a young population maybe versus an older population, the messaging might be very, or is likely to be very different. It might be that young people respond to a certain type of messaging presented a certain way, whereas an older person might respond to a different style of implementing that messaging. And so we'll have to be thinking about that when we design this program. The other thing I want you to think about is what components do you think are important to include in the fall prevention program? And you might think, well, most people fall because they don't have the muscle strength, and so when they're off balance, then they're more likely to fall and maybe break a hip. And so that could be one component. But I want you to think about other things that might be important to include in a fall prevention program. So maybe you think something about nutrition, and I want you to write those down and then explain your reasoning. And so there's no right or wrong answer. I want you to be thoughtful. And then the next thing I want you to do is return back to this website, this Students for Best Evidence, and then I want you to go to the Start Here. And under the Start Here, you have a couple of options. And the first thing I want you to do is read this blog about what is EBM. And EBM is evidence-based medicine. We talk a lot about evidence-based medicine in kinesiology, at least we should. And we also it's talked a lot about healthcare, public health policy. And so since we will be assisting with a public health program, it's going to be important for us to know what is an evidence-based program, how do we find an evidence-based program, and then how do we know that it is an evidence-based program and what the strength of that evidence is to support that that's a good program for our population. And so read this blog, define evidence-based medicine, and then think about a fall prevention program and why you think it would be important to have an evidence or to select an evidence-based fall prevention program for your clientele or for the senior center especially. And then list 3 reasons why you think that would be important. And so once you've completed that assignment, you've thoughtfully completed that assignment, upload it onto Blackboard before Friday, April 6th at 11:59 p.m. If you have any questions, you can contact me, jennifer.sherwood@csueastbay.edu, and you can find me on the KIN website, or you can ask Dr. Mendoza if you are not certain how to spell my name or how to contact me. But anyway, I look forward to reading your work, and I welcome you to clinical exercise physiology until this alternate assignment. And this assignment is due on the 6th. The next assignment will be due on the 20th of April. And so I'll upload that after everyone's finished with the assignment on the 6th. So I hope that you have a really good day, and I will talk to you pretty soon. Thank you.